Hello, my sexy muffins. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are doing the second part of Alto's Clef Runaway Pregnant Wife, which you are you just in the last video you figured out you were pregnant and you've been trying to find a way to get divorced from Alto Clef. He's been hovering a lot lately, and you figured out you were pregnant, so you left the ring, left him, and you went on a vacation and left the SCP Foundation. So that is what's going on. So let's get on to it. Disclaimer! Alto Clef is not Yandere canon. This is just fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and Yanderes is fine. Just do not be illegal or gross about it. You know who you are. You dirty, flaky biscuits. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life. Also, remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Thank you. Now, let's get on to business. You were finally out of the SCP's foundations, and for all they knew, you were on vacation. But you were quickly getting rid of your identity, burning off your fingerprints, and doing everything you can to make sure that Alto Clef, your husband, cannot find you. You are determined to make sure you stay safe and sound away from Alto Clef as much as you can. You didn't want to get rid of your baby, but you knew you could not be pregnant around Alto Clef. So you decided to run away and live the life on the lam pretty much with your child. That was your plan. But of course, you did not realize how dedicated Alto Clef was to you. Alto Clef quickly started at the foundation, first taking some time off from himself, saying he was going to meet you up with vacation, got the details of where your plane went, and went to find you. Of course, he had to stew in that plane ride for hours and hours and hours. Luckily for you, you had someone on the inside that alerted you that Alto Clef was going to look for you. You were grateful to this person and quickly gathered your stuff up, ready to leave for the next location and make sure you do not leave a trail this time. The game was set. The game of chase was on. Alto Clef was determined to get his hands on you, and you were determined to stay away from him. As the day went on, you got out of the city that you were in and were quickly moving across the sea to Europe. Hopefully that Europe would have a different protocol and stuff compared to the US, the North America SCP's foundation. So you were hoping that you would have better luck with the European branch. Because, yes, the branches for continents are a thing, and some are for other stuff as well. Anyways, you were determined to keep you and your baby safe from harm, no matter what the cost, even if it was the cost of the world itself, because you had a sinking feeling Alto Clef will do everything in his power to have his hands on you. Alto Clef made it to where you were and noticed that you left hastily and that you left something that you shouldn't have. You left your doctor's paper, you know how you get review papers at the end of an appointment, and it notified him that you were pregnant. He sat on the bed and stared at the papers in his hands as the maid came in. Sir, you cannot be in here. Shut the frick up, he says coldly to her. I can't use the actual swear word, YouTube. But anyways, he says that and slowly gets up, walking past her. She was frozen because she felt as if she did say a word, she would be unalived. Alto Clef knew you were now pregnant, and that means you had his baby. And his sinking feelings were confirmed that you were impregnant with his child, and you were in danger by your reckless nature, and that you were having this baby on the lam. It terrified him, and he cannot risk something happening like it did to his first child. He cannot go through that again. He cannot lose you. He cannot lose his child. He is bound and determined to get his hands back on you, no matter the cost. As the time went on, Alto Clef tracked you to Europe, but the trail went cold and he had no way of knowing where you are. He unfortunately had to go back to the United States because it was time was up, but he was not done. He was going to hunt you down. He started to contact all the assets that he had when he was in various organizations that remain redacted, and that would allow him to keep an eye out for you no matter where you are, and old friends that would be able to bring you to him or bring him to you if they catch where you are. It was deadly. Meanwhile, with you, you were having a good thing. You were a few months along now, and you were having morning sickness in the little home that you had. It was a nice little cabin where you took up teaching science to a local high school in redacted a redacted village where you were a teacher for various science and math classes, or whatever classes you want. I'm just saying science and math to fill out stuff. Anyways, you were the teacher there and everything was running smoothly. You had no issues. No issues what at all. There was no anomalous things to keep you distracted. There was no spies. There was no Alto Clef. And you started to have a relationship with someone, Derek Smith. Derek Smith was a missionary from the United States who came to Europe and had started a little church in the small village. And you were able to be with him and able to start to have a life with him. It was sweet, but you were still hesitant because you knew if you were to be with him, Alto Clef would lose his ever loving mind. And you did not want that to happen to Derek. Derek was everything Alto Clef wasn't: honest, kind, loving, supportive, everything that you wanted in a partner. He made you laugh, he made you smile, but he didn't hover and he didn't smother you. There was independence for you, and he would ask what you wanted to do. It was something that was so beautiful. And he loved you. He loved you as much as you loved him, but he felt like you did not love him, so he kept playing cold feet. Not cold feet, I can't think of the word, but anyways, he kept playing it nice and slow, not to scare you off, because clearly he could tell that you were troubled. And that's actually how you met. When you went to church and asked him about faith and that you had left your husband, who was semi abusive and had unalive people. You couldn't give him all the information on Alto Clef, of course, or tell him about the foundation at all. So you had told him that you were on the lam from your husband. And he knew this. He knew this, and he still loved you. But he also wouldn't pursue you at this time until he got until he got your marriage taken care of. Of course, that was going to leave a paper trail for Alto Clef. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it and all that good stuff. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed again once more. And now, Patreon outro. Patreon outro. Thank you, Pumpkin Toffee, for being my newest patron. And what's it called? It's on the tip of my tongues, which is Warlocks and Mages tier. Thank you, Pumpkin Toffee. I appreciate you. Mwah. And thank you, Gav, for being my original and first Patreon. It's Patreon, yes. Patreon. I appreciate you as well. You're beautiful, stunning, gorgeous as usual. Mwah. I appreciate you. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it. Sorry, I got hiccups right there. And I hope that you all had a great first of the year, because the first of the year is the first 3 months. You got to adjust. You have the New Year's resolutions, then you have Valentine's Day and all that lovey dovey stuff. And some people have Lunar New Year. So that's their start of the year. And then you have March, which is the first real month after the start of the New Year's and such, where you end up doing the stuff. My year has been just one thing after another. Like, oh my goodness gracious. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and I hope you have a better second quarter of the year. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye. Secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro, secret outro, a baseball bat. Welcome to the secret outro. And the secret outro question is: would you have been honest about your relationship and yours as much as you can, of course, with the SCP Foundation, with a religious figure who's not like a priest, but he's more like he's the one that can legally get married type thing. I can't remember off the top of my head the religious titles. Anyways, would you want to be honest with him about that, or would you have lied? I probably would have been kind of in the middle, testing the waters and seeing his reaction before I was fully honest, but as much as I can with the SCP Foundation. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye.